Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 3 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Trevor Stewart. Thank you so much for the wonderful email. It was very sweet of you. And Trevor wants to know, whose gameplay would my gameplay resemble if I was ever on the show? And this could be like for any season of any country's Big Brother. Well, this is a very overwhelming question because I'd like to think that my game would be just like my game, you know what I mean? Like different from everybody else's, but I'm sure there would be elements of a lot of different games going on in there. I guess I would try for something along the Netta line, kind of like laying low for the first few weeks, not really making any waves, looking weak, and then kicking butt in the second half, and I guess like making all the decisions and hiding behind a strong male, I guess. I mean, it worked really well for her, and I feel like I could pull off something similar, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments what the kind of strategy you guys would go in there with. Alright, so, fun fact to start off today's spoiler, Godfrey was unaware that people can watch the house guests at all times on the live feeds. Where does the casting team find these people? I don't understand how someone could agree to go on a show and not research the show beforehand. What? Okay, moving on because I can't even talk about that anymore. Jordan and Zach noticed something really interesting yesterday. They were like, oh man, did you notice we started out with like 15 mugs and now we're down to like 4? Crazy. And did you notice that the lamp by the door is gone? Are they onto something? What does it mean? Well, someone ended up finding the missing mugs in the dishwasher today. So there's that, but we still can't explain the lamp thing. Alright, so Bruno, Bobby, Ashley, and Brittany were all in the hot tub last night. By the way, the hot tub is freaking disgusting right now. There are hairs floating around. Ew! So, yeah, it's really gross. They need like a skimmer or something, like clean that crap up. So they let Brittany know, like, you're safe this week, no need to worry, you're gonna be all good. And Brittany's like, thank you, that means a lot to me, that's awesome. So at this point, they're saying Cindy knows that she's going home, she's just enjoying her last few days. It's been very pleasant that she's not really barraging people with campaigns anymore. But it's kind of sad because I hate when people just like die out, you know what I mean? Like, I really like that she was fighting for a while and now she's just kind of like making out with people, but we'll get there. So Brittany and Neha have a little check-in, and Brittany's like, yeah, I feel pretty good about staying this week, but I mean, you never know until Wednesday. So then Brittany brings up Greg's little trick from the other day when he was telling Brittany that certain people, he was talking about Neha, are going around the house trying to rally votes against her. So when she brought this up to Neha, she didn't mention Neha's name, but Neha is so damn with it. She was just like, yeah, Greg is obviously trying to create a rift between us and Sarah because those three are pretty tight. And Brittany was like, oh, I know. I think so too. So I'm glad that they're seeing through Greg's BS because it's ridiculous. All right, so where am I? Zach, Bruno, and Kevin were all talking about next week, and of course, they're all saying, Neha's still the target, she's a strong woman. So they're like, yeah, it might suck for Neha, but she needs to be on slop next week if possible, because they want her to be really weak for the power veto. She's the #1 target, and they can't have her at full strength, because they can't handle it. So all the house guests were gearing up yesterday for Johnny's 27th birthday, which is today. Happy birthday, Johnny! So they planned this surprise party in the HOH room, and Kevin was all like, oh, Peely, I'm probably gonna have to cuddle with Johnny tonight, sorry. She's like, it's okay. So then Kevin had one job to freaking distract Johnny and then bring him up to the HOH room, and he couldn't handle it. He was like, yeah, so we got this surprise party planned. I'm gonna bring you up to the HOH, act surprised. Why would you do that? What is the point of that? So he brings Johnny up to the HOH room at midnight, and everyone's like, happy birthday, Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. So then Johnny gets some lap dances, and I mean like lap dances, from Bobby, Godfrey, and Kevin. But Johnny's favorite part of the night was the kiss from Kevin. Ah, those two. So now I have to ask the question, what is going on in this house? Cindy and Jordan all of a sudden get super flirty, like they're hardcore flirting. They start making out right outside of the bedroom door. What? What? Okay, and this is like the saddest thing I've ever seen yesterday. So Kevin was cuddling with Johnny, and he was like all excited because it was like his birthday, and Kevin is his guy, Kevy Wevy. So then Kevin thought that Johnny was asleep, so he moved over to Pilar's bed, and then Johnny woke up and had to hear Kevin and Pilar making out. That is so sad. Alright, with that sadness behind us, some crazy crap went down today. This morning was all, wake up Canada! Big Brother took away all of the food, turned off the hot water, and put a lock on the hot tub. And the house guests were just like, what? Happy birthday, Johnny. What a great way to celebrate. So they figure out that they're being punished, but they're like, why? What did we do? So eventually, Big Brother lets them know that in the middle of the night, supposedly, one of the house guests deliberately hit and broke a camera in the backyard. What? Is this for real? I did not see that anywhere on the feeds. I didn't see anyone mentioning that. I don't see what? So everyone's just like, okay, we're not even gonna be mad, just whoever did it, confess, it's not a big deal, we're really hungry. So everyone goes up to the HOH room and they come up with this plan that they're all gonna individually go to the diary room, one by one, you know, to just confess or whatever. So if you don't want to actually go to the diary room, like if you're innocent, you could just leave the HOH room for a few minutes and come back so that it's all secretive. So not everyone went to the diary room. The diary room people were Bobby, Bruno, Johnny, Jordan, Kevin, Pilar, Sarah, Willow, and Zach. Some other people just like walked out, chilled out outside of the HOH room and went back in. I don't know. So we still don't know what's going on at this point. So Bruno and Godfrey go out in the backyard. They're like inspecting the broken camera, which then freaking turns on the feeds. What is going on? I don't think that they saw that it was working, but that feed definitely went on. So we saw, but they didn't. So I don't know if Big Brother just like blew their cover to the audience or what. But there was a lot of speculation going around. Who did this? Why aren't they confessing? Cindy's name was thrown around a lot. People were reasoning that she's going home this week anyway, so maybe she's just trying to screw them over. I don't know. But Sarah was getting really upset. She was just like, how can someone do this? And they're ruining the experience for everyone, and I can't believe it. But she was like really getting upset. So then, on a lighthearted note, Jordan brought Cindy to the have-not room to give her a tour of his home. He was like, yes, this is where I live. This is my mat where my cat pissed and it's urine soaked, and this is where I live right now. And the real reason he brought her in there was to make out with her. What is going on with these two? So we hear this conversation between Jordan and Zach. They're talking about the whole Cindy makeout thing. And Jordan is like, yeah, I know that Cindy's doing this to try and get votes, so I'm totally gonna take advantage of it. It's just weird. But I'm pretty sure that Cindy like actually has a crush on him because she was telling Bruno about it later. She was like, and when he takes his glasses off. Alright, so then everyone was hanging out in the living room. They were just like, Big Brother, call out whoever did it right now. So then they're like standing up and they're like, was it me? Call me out. Was it me? So then Greg takes this opportunity to make a confession of his own. He's like, I didn't break the camera, but I don't work at Costco. I was a professional baseball player for 5 years and I'm 36 years old. Really? He couldn't make it more than 2 weeks without blowing his cover? By the way, when he says professional baseball player, he only mean it to AA. I'm just saying he didn't even make AAA, so whatever. But yeah. So, then the house guests were put on an HOH lockdown, and this is where things got extremely awkward because Godfrey decided to call out Cindy in front of everyone. He accused her of breaking the camera. He was like, you're rude, you're obnoxious, you talk about everyone. I almost did it. And it was just like extremely awkward. She was like, I didn't break the camera. Godfrey, I don't know what you're talking about. So then he was like, I don't know how everyone else is gonna vote tomorrow, but I am voting your ass out. So it got like really heated, and it was like seriously awkward because no one could leave. So then it was like, lockdown's over, yay! So waiting in the living room, they had a robe, slippers, and a teddy bear for each house guest sitting in the living room. It was so cute. And then the big screen said, Once Upon a Time, and the house guests got to watch this cartoon called Big Brother Zoo, and it was narrated by Marsha the Moose! I love Marsha the Moose. So in this cartoon, all of the house guests were different animals, and they were playing quotes that they said right when they walked in the house for the first time. So I'm assuming this is some sort of memory challenge or something for the HOH competition tomorrow. I still don't know what's going on with this broken camera thing. It's very unclear. Who knows? Maybe these things are connected. I don't think so. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about all of this stuff. It's a lot going on right now. So please leave your thoughts in the comments. And until tomorrow, Eviction Day, much love.